Hi, this is Alec Crawford, founder and CEO of Artificial Intelligence Risk, and we're here today with Jason Caron, health head golf professional at the Mill River Club in Oyster Bay, New York. So, welcome, Jason.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, look, we're super excited to be sponsoring you. And first question is, I'd love to hear about when you decided to go pro.
Yeah, I was always like a childhood dream when I was in high school, actually, around the ninth or 10th grade. I kind of knew that, golf was something I wanted to do for a living. I was fortunate enough to have a guy that played the tour, actually, from South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Jim Hallett is his name. And his dad was a plumbing supply seller. My dad was a plumber. So the Halletts were at my house a lot. And Jimmy was somebody I kind of looked up to. So when he was playing the tour, I said, well, man, I'd like to do this someday too. So just worked hard and, got fortunate enough to get through, a college scholarship down to Charleston Southern University in South Carolina. And when I was there, I just kind of knew that that still was my goal. So I just worked hard at it and was able to, play the PGA Tour for a couple of years and the Corn Ferry Tour, what is called today, for a bunch of years. So I was very fortunate with that.
That's awesome. And then, for those that don't know, obviously you got injured in 2022 after being the number one club pro, and then obviously came back from that with an incredible finish recently. So just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so 2019 was really my come out year as a golf professional. When I say that, my game started to really show up. I really, really played well that year. Qualified for the PGA here at Bethpage. When I did that, it qualified me for the PGA Cup, which is a big deal. You're playing for the United States of America. There's only 10 of us that are on that team out of 29,000 PGA golf professionals. So it was pretty neat to have that experience. But in 2020 we had COVID, but for some reason my game continued to be very strong. And that year, not knowing there was only one national event, and I happened to win it. And then in my Met section event, I won almost every tournament that year, which was amazing. So we ended up getting Player of the Year from the PGA of America, which was just something that I'll always treasure. I have the right here in my office. I have the plaque, so it's something I see all the time too. Yeah, and then fast forward to 2022, I'm going to turn 50. I like felt something in my elbow, and I told my wife that actually this was in 21. To be honest, I played through 21 with the like a slight tear where a golfer's elbow is, which is just on the inside here, and there's not a lot going on down in that area. So when I had to go in to get the surgery, they told me it's going to be a good 6 months minimum before you can even touch a club, and the chances of it coming back perfect is around in the high 80s% wise. But it was still something you have in the back of your mind. Am I ever going to get back to that level, especially playing against the best players? So, we just kind of worked hard at getting it in shape and really finding out that it took longer than 6 months. It was a good 8 months and slowly started playing a little bit. So 2023 was kind of like that, comeback year, if you will. And you can tell as a golf professional, your day job is very busy and there's a lot going on. So trying to balance practicing and getting ready for events was just a little bit tough. But that being said, I kind of got through it, and in 2024 it's been quite a start.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, story is you were playing in the Long Island Open, you're in the 13th hole, you get a phone call saying, "Come to Wisconsin," right? So tell us about that, and then how do you play against the best players in the world, having, just flown in on 2 hours of sleep?
Yeah, like I said, it's before we got going here. It's been pretty cool to have this experience the last you call it 3 weeks. Just amazing. I qualified for the 2024 KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship last October, so I had some time to kind of get things organized. But my game was not that good to start the season, and switched the putter, went back to like a hockey stick style grip, um, something I used for like 3 years back in, like, I think it was 12 to 15. Had some success with it, won a couple events, but for some reason it just seemed to click out there in Michigan. Hit the ball pretty solid, and I just focused on my family really that week. I didn't really want to focus on my game to say it was all about me. It was more about my family. We had an amazing experience. My little ones, I have a 7-year-old and an 11-year-old. They walked 10 miles a day for 4 straight days. And being able to look at them on the sidelines, cheering me on, and, the little ones doing cartwheels and, Daddy, get me a Snickers bar to turn, or whatever it is. I mean, it was just really a cool experience. But I just tried to focus on them more than what was going on. And next thing you know it, I tie for fourth. So now you think, and everyone thinks that maybe that opens more doors. Well, I wasn't really that sure. And the Champions Tour kind of guided me a little bit, saying, look, the event that Steve Stricker has, there's an outside chance you could get in as an alternate. So this past week, I have the Long Island Open on Tuesday and Wednesday, and play the first day. The tour kind of lets me know, look, you're still an alternate. And then Wednesday, I'm on the 13th hole, and I just happen to check my phone, and there's a text from my buddy, that Kevin Johnson, who's the lead official out that week, out there on the Champions Tour. He said, everyone in front of you just withdrew. You're the first alternate. Now I had to make a decision. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I mean, I have an 8:20 possibility to get on a flight. Told my caddy goes, everything you're doing right now is working out for you. You need to go. And I said, you're right. So I jumped in my truck. I drove home, threw stuff in a suitcase. I don't even know what I put in there, because when I got to the event, I didn't have anything. So threw my clubs in the bag, which I knew I had the clubs, and I knew I had my shoes. That's all I really need. And go out there. Wednesday night late, got in at 12:30 at night. Had to be at the course for 7 o'clock, because if a guy withdraws and he's in the Pro-Am, you have to take his spot. I was there for an hour and 15 minutes, and they told me that there's one player, Mike Small. He's actually the head golf coach at Illinois. He had to withdraw because he popped a rib. So now I'm like, wow, that means I'm in the event. So it all went really fast. Happened to play the first round. In my first 9 holes, I was 7 over, and I really did not hit too many bad shots at all. I pulled a shot on 2, or my second hole, and I pulled a shot on a par 3 in the bunker. That's really the only 2 shots I didn't hit that perfect, to be honest. Shot 7 over, make the turn, and after that I shot 9 under the last 45 holes. So, I mean, I went from probably last place to tied for 31st, which was, again, it shows me that I still have the game to do it. But it's really just taking one shot at a time, just trying to stay patient out there. I know you hear it all the time, or people that watch golf, that's kind of what the players always say, but it is true that way. You try not to think about the future. You try to think about what you have to do right now. And I've been really working on my instincts more than anything else, not thinking about, mechanics, just saying, like, if I need to hit a shot, instinctively, what would you do here? That's what I tell myself. I ask myself the question and go up there and try to pull off the shot. And obviously it's been working.
Awesome. Well, Jason, great to talk to you. It's awesome to be a sponsor, and great to see you doing so well, and super excited to see you play up in Newport.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys up there as well. And thank you for, again, this opportunity. It's really, I feel really blessed to have you guys on as a team member.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.